Okay. Well, I'll get started up, and then of course, you all, as I will say, if there are any issues that we run into along the way, just make sure to come off of mute and let us know should something arise. But let's get started up. One of the things I'm super excited about with this match is it's my first elimination match. So two teams will enter and only one team will continue. One of you will have to pack your knives and go. We'll say Auf Wiedersehen, all of those other things that happen on. We'll take your torch and get rid of the fire part of the torch. I don't watch that show. But today is a chance for somebody to continue on in the, it's not called the loser's bracket. I think it's called consolation or redemption, some sort of better word than loser's bracket. Somebody will continue on back towards their dream of fighting for the Great TPT Championship, and one of you will be going home. So I'm excited for that. I am more tie. I had an extra 10 minutes because I was waiting for this hangout. So thank you all for being patient for that as well. And thanks for being patient as we go through this match, because there have been some issues just with people losing hangout ability throughout some of the earlier matches. I've had pretty good luck, so I think I'm a good luck charm. Hopefully I'm a good luck charm for at least one of these teams to win today. You all have already been through a match, but in case there's anybody who wasn't in that first match or more so far, I will just do a quick rundown of the rules. Because we're starting a little late, I'll make them a little shortened. So let me know at the end of the rules if you have any questions. We have 30 questions per round. That's 6 categories of 5 questions each, total of 2 rounds. The first round, the point values will be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Second round, they'll be worth 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. Remember that our new rule this year is that you can ring in no more than 2 times in a given category. So once you've once you have buzzed in twice and answered, one of the things I've been asking is just take your hands off the buzzer, put them up in the air. This also reminds me that you can't buzz in again so that I don't have to penalize you. Should you buzz in after your 2 buzz limit, you will be penalized the point value of the question upon which you have buzzed, rung. All right, so that's a new rule this year. One thing is occasionally we'll see a surprise substitution. So if a surprise substitution rears its ugly head throughout today's matchup, note that a surprise substitution in a given category does count towards your 2 buzz limit. Okay, so you answer a surprise substitution, that's going to count as one of those questions towards your overall buzzing. One of the other big changes this year is on conferring and consulting with the rest of your team. Note that this year there is no conferring or consulting from the time I begin reading a question until someone on your team buzzes in, okay? So as soon as I start reading the question, no talking on your individual phone lines. Where you can confer this year is I will give you about 10 seconds at the beginning of a category to announce the category name. If there's any strategy that you'd like to put into place, maybe holding off on some of the later questions if you're especially skilled in that category. So you can discuss strategy for about 10 seconds before we start the first question in the category. And then, of course, the other option, or the other place where you can confer with your team is during a steal. So in the event the other team buzzes in and answers incorrectly, your team will then have 10 seconds to discuss what you think the correct answer would be and choose to either steal or pass. So captains are Janet, give me a thumbs up, that's right. Petros, thumbs up, that's right. Cool. So I won't ask you to buzz in in the case of a steal. So if the other team gets it wrong, I'll just ask you to take 10 seconds and then come off of mute and let me know whether you want to answer or pass. And it'll be just the 2 of you there. Again, if somebody on your team has been blocked out because of having answered twice, they can discuss during that time with you. Okay, so they are allowed to talk during steals and confer. So those are most of the main new rules. In the case of a tie after our 2 rounds, we will do a full category, not just a single question. And if you run into any technical issues, again, please try to come off mute. Let us know. We'll try to be as accommodating as possible to make sure that it's fair to both teams. But we'll also do our best to keep this moving so that I know everybody's got their actual jobs to do. Any questions before we get started up with our first round? Y'all are veterans of this TPT, it seems like, so we can get ourselves going. I'm excited. We've got everything from like obscure breakfast cereals to like Hungarian history today. So you're going to see some fun stuff. We're going to start a little bit broader and a little closer to home, though. So our first category today, and again, I'll give you 10 seconds to discuss with your team. Our first category today is USA. USA, questions about the USA. Not much more I can give you. Go ahead and take a couple seconds, discuss. I'll get a sip of coffee. All right, let's see what you know about the great country, United States of America. Hands on buzzers. Let's get the nerves out of the way with our 1-point question. Hands on buzzers for this first question about the USA. I'd like to lay around wearing nothing but a lei on Kapalua Misha.
Hawaii.
Hawaii is correct for 1 point. Luckily, I wasn't going to say in this city, but I appreciate the jump at the end. On Kapalua Beach in this state. All right, 2-point question in USA. 2-point question. Hands on buzzers. Caroling to the animals is a holiday tradition at the Lincoln Park Zoo in this Midwest city. Petros.
Chicago.
Chicago is correct for 2 points, and I can almost see Lincoln Park from my window right here. So I spend a lot of time down at the Lincoln Park Zoo. 3-point question in USA, hands on buzzers. The state nut of Alabama isn't your kooky cousin. It's this thin-shelled pie ingredient. The state nut, Misha.
Pecan.
Pecan is correct for 3 points. Nice job. I think that's 2 for you. Hands off. Nice job. 4-point question. 4-point question in USA. Hands on buzzers. Its state song says, "Follow the old Kit Carson trail until desert meets the hills." It's Melanie.
Nevada.
Nevada is correct for 4 points. Way to take an educated guess on that one. Follow the old Kit Carson trail until the desert meets the hills. That is the great state of Nevada.
Whatever, I wasn't guessing.
Oh, sorry. I did
kidding.
not mean to presume you weren't. Yeah, it was an educated answer. You gotta be careful around here, apparently. I haven't had lunch, so don't get too.
I'm totally kidding, Ethan. That very much a guess.
All right, 5-point question, USA. 5 points. Hands up, buzzers. Alphabetically, this southern state's counties run from Adams to Yazoo. Alphabetically, this southern state's counties run from Adams to Yazoo. 10 seconds. Peter.
Mississippi.
Mississippi is correct for 5 points. Yazoo, Mississippi. Nice work at the end of our first category. Hey, a pretty good game so far. 9 points for No Longer Free Agents and 6 points for my old nemesis, See, Think, Destroy. We used to have some good battles back in the old days of TPT. I miss it. Don't worry, I don't hold it against you. The second category is going to be I need more space. I need more space. Questions about outer space, but I need more space. Okay, well, let's see what these space questions are all about. 1-point question in I need more space, hands on buzzers. This Mattel doll became an astronaut in 1965. Perhaps Bill. Bill? I don't think we can hear Bill, can we?
He
All right. Well, let's have them log out and log back in. I will take away the point just because it's all I can do in the current sitch. And I will give it over. It's a 1-point question. So
Hello?
That won't be the end of it. Hello? We have off mute.
We've lost half the people.
People, everyone's still there? Anyone?
I'm here, but like everyone's screen just went black.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Same.
you have to refresh the Hangout.
Refreshed and back. Can you guys hear me now?
Hello.
Refreshed and back as well.
Hey.
Yes, I can hear everybody thus far.
Hi.
Hey, Petrus. How's it going? Bill, can you hear me? So, Bill, I still can't hear you.
Seems to be the only person whose mic is not working.
Yes.
Can he type his answer in the chat to one of you guys or something?
There's not a chat. We are going to just throw out this one question for 1 point, just because there's no, like, we did also lose a lot of other people in the process. But Petros, I don't know what you want to do, if Bill can try fixing the situation or
Yeah.
anyone.
I'll talk to him on the line over here. He's at the NXT. Oh,
Or
did we
could,
just go again?
could Bill feed his answers through the phone to a
But
mouthpiece?
then we can run into the whole issue of people consulting, right?
I know. Or we'd have to do some form of honor code.
Right.
I can put my. I don't know where he is here in the NXT. Oh, there he is.
Oh, are you the same place?
We're not in the same room, but we're in the same place, Rochelle. Can he just come here and sit next to me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna go. Bill, come to this office. I don't know which office it is, but it's the one I'm in. Let's see if I can find him.
Now, Bill's going to pop on and we're going to have to find Petros, and then it's going to become like a noises off situation.
Okay.
So we will tell you which one of our fingers buzzed so that we don't, as far as the whole 2 question thing, okay? Is that cool?
Sounds good.
All right.
Couldn't you put the buzzer on a cell phone?
I can
get it to load on mine.
I can try.
That's how I always play with cell phone.
Here, I'll load it up. Let me see if I can get it to you.
Hey, Ethan, next point's 2 points.
Yes, that's correct.
Are you going to tell us what the answer was?
The answer was Barbie.
That was
which
my guess.
That's what he
Bill
said.
probably
You
did.
said it on. You said it. We could.
We're
hear
just
him.
we're cutting the question out. But yeah, it's a 1-point question. We'll throw it out. We got lots more questions still to get through.
Barbie was an astronaut in the 60s?
1965, she became an astronaut.
I thought it was 10. Yeah.
Perhaps inspiring the young Sally Ride.
Yes, I'm sure that's what did it.
Should probably assign the astronaut.
No, I'll just do this. So guys, Petros, not Bill, is actually me, and Petros is Bill.
Okay, there it is.
Okay. Got it. Everybody else, let's just do a quick. I'm just gonna do a quick check. Bailey's here. We're good. We got Janet. We got Melanie. We got Misha, Nick, Peter, Petros, and Bill. Nice. All right. Well, let's continue. We'll see what happens on next. It's an adventure here in the TPT forum. 2-point question. I need more space. We shall continue. 2-point question. Hands-on buzzers. Now available again, Quisp, which has a space alien mascot, is a type of this breakfast food. Now available again, Quisp, which has a space alien mascot, is a type of this breakfast food.
Hey, Ethan, can you see that? I guess Petros or Bill buzzed in.
I cannot see that,
Okay.
but that's okay. Petros Bill.
It's actually Bill.
Okay.
It is a breakfast cereal.
It is a breakfast cereal. That is correct for 2 points.
Is it just
Um,
you? Did you give that away in the intro to this game?
Well, maybe if you pay attention to the early parts of it, you can catch on and get a clue from me. Nice job. I'm gonna leave though, because Eric, I can't see anything on your screen. I'll be right back.
Can everyone else see the scoreboard? You could just.
Yeah,
shake
I'm
your
getting
head.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard the buzz and I saw the scoreboard. Yeah, it was fun.
Same.
For everybody's entertainment, I will now hum the Jeopardy. Oh, good. Ethan's back. Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't gone for too long. Let's keep going. Let's try the 3-point question. 3-point question in I Need More Space. Continuing on. Hands on buzzers. At KFC, you can lunch on chicken. At KSC, this place, you can lunch with an astronaut. Petros, but Bill.
Comes Kennedy Space Center.
The Kennedy Space Center is correct. And that's 2 answers for you. So you probably want to stay off the buzzer for the rest of the questions in this category. I Need More Space. I Need More Space for 4 points. Hands on buzzers. This TV series wasn't about the Swiss Family Robinson, but the space Misha.
Lost in Space.
Lost in Space is correct for 4 points, but the Space Family Robinson, not the Swiss Family Robinson, for 4 points. Nice work, Misha. And lastly, for 5 points. Hands on buzzers. The 1956 film Forbidden Planet was a sci-fi version of this play. Robbie the Robot was inspired by Ariel. The 1956 film Bailey.
The Little Mermaid?
The Little Mermaid is incorrect. We'll take away 5 points on that. I had a feeling somebody might be tempted. I'll throw it over to the red team and Petros. Let me read it for you one more time. The 1956 film Forbidden Planet was a sci-fi version of this play. Robbie the Robot was inspired by Ariel. 10 seconds. Let me know if you want to pass or answer.
We're going to pass, but we have, so we're going to pass, but we have a couple of guesses we wanted to throw out there just because this is fun, right?
Sure,
So-
your pass has been accepted. What are your guesses?
Okay, so we were thinking Shakespeare, either The Tempest or Misha was saying Midsummer Night's Dream. So that's what
It
we were.
is The Tempest.
Yeah,
Anytime
it's
you hear
The
about
Tempest.
Ariel, it is
All
The
right.
Tempest.
We were thinking that, but again, we didn't want to risk it. So
Yeah, well, smart
You were
not to
giving
risk
them a
it.
clue. You said tempted by this question.
Tempted. There's constant clues, right? Constant clues in everything I say. Pay attention. Third, tempted. Tempest and tempted have nothing to do with each other. Third category is sloganeering. Sloganeering. Take 10 seconds to decide how you want to handle sloganeering. Brutal. I know this is a sending people home match, but come on. All right, first question coming up. Enough talking. 1 point question in sloganeering, hands on buzzers. This McDonald's slogan was launched in 2003 in Germany as Janet.
I'm loving it.
I'm loving it is correct. Thankfully, I didn't have to say Ich liebe es, which in French it was C'est ça que j'aime. But I'm loving it was launched in Germany as Ich liebe es. Nice work. I'm loving it for 1 point. 2 point question. 2 point question coming up in sloganeering. Hands on buzzers. In 1987, using the slogan "Catch the Wave," Max Headroom, Misha,
Coke.
need a little bit more?
New Coke.
New Coke is correct for 2 points. In 1987, the slogan "Catch the Wave," Max Headroom pitched this new soft drink. New Coke is correct for 2 points. 3-point question in sloganeering. Hands on buzzer. This psychologist and guru popularized the counterculture slogan, "Turn on, tune in, drop out." Bill.
Timothy Leary.
Timothy Leary is correct for 3 points. Turn on, tune in, drop out. 4-point question, sloganeering. Hands on buzzers. Great faces, great places is the license plate slogan for this Janet.
South Dakota.
South Dakota is correct. Nice to
Great
be
faces.
nice
Great.
to be geographically close to it, right? Great faces, great places is South Dakota. That's correct for 4 points. Janet, you're out. Get your hands off the buzzer. 5-point question. 5-point question. Throughout the 2000s, this airline billed itself as a whole different animal. Petros.
Frontier Airlines.
Frontier Airlines is correct for 5 points. Nice job. They had all the animal fleet. They still do, but I don't think it's the same slogan. All right, nice job. That's halfway through the first round. The score is See Think Destroy 25. No longer Free Agents has 9 points. We still have 3 more categories in our first round. The next one is called A Herculean Effort. Questions about Hercules. A Herculean Effort. Hercules, Hercules. See how many myths you know. All right, 1-point question. Hands on buzzers. A Herculean Effort. This wife of Zeus, for whom Hercules is named, Petros, or Bill.
Hera.
Hera is correct. Hera, Hercules comes from Hera. The wife of Zeus, for whom Hercules is named, sent 2 serpents to kill him as a baby. He strangled them. Good way to fight off your mom trying to kill you as a baby. 2-point question. 2-point question. Such lovely stories. Hands on buzzers. Hercules had to dognap this 3-headed beast from Hades. Misha.
Cerebus.
Unfortunately, I can't accept that. We'll take away 2 points from you, and I will give it to the other team. Make sure to go back on mute. Hercules had to dognap this 3-headed beast from Hades. 10 seconds. Jen?
We will pass.
You will pass. Unfortunately, there's some missing letters and some confusion in the word. It's Cerberus. Cerberus was the 3-headed dog of Herculean history of mythology. All right. Well, nice job not passing, or passing if you didn't know Cerberus. But we're going to go on to the 3-point question in A Herculean Effort. Hands on the buzzers. We'll get it back. In the midst of his labors, Hercules joined this man aboard the Argo for a journey. Petros / Bill.
Jason.
Jason and the Argonauts is correct. Nice job for 3 points. 4-point question. 4 points. Hands on buzzers. Hercules literally took the weight of the world off his shoulders when he needed help. Janet.
Atlas.
Atlas is correct for 4 points. Nice work. The weight of the world off of his shoulders when he needed help with some golden apples. And the last question, finally for 5 points in a Herculean effort. Hercules had to wrestle with one of these creatures that fathered the Minotaur? Hercules had to wrestle with one of these creatures that fathered the Minotaur. 10 seconds. Time. Creatures makes it seem like it was a mythological creature. It was not. It was just a bull. A bull was the father of the Minotaur, right? He was half bull, half man. 5 points. Nobody ventured. Nobody gained. That takes us through 4 rounds. Scores 27-13. 27-13 with See Think Destroy. We're still with a pretty good lead and a lot of questions still to go. Our next category, one of my favorite categories, is going to be about wine. Wine. Who knows about wine? I just had some wine from Italy delivered yesterday. I have not opened it yet. Maybe we'll see this weekend. All right. Wine category coming up. 1 point question in wine. Though Russia does not produce wine, the Russian River area is a warmer climate in this state's Sonoma County. Misha, thanks.
California.
California is correct. Sonoma County. Nice job for 1 point. 2 point question in wine. 2 points. Hands on buzzers. Yeastiness is often a flaw in wine, but it's an asset in these, like Perrier-Jouet. Yeastiness, Petros.
Champagnes or sparkling wines.
Champagne is correct, like Perrier-Jouet. Nice job for 2 points. Make sure to go back on mute. 3 point question. 3 point question in wine. Hands on buzzers. Riesling was originally made from grapes grown along this river. Riesling was originally made from grapes grown along this river. 10 seconds. Peter.
The Rhine?
The Rhine is correct. Way to know where your Rieslings come from. Nice job for 3 points. The Rhine, home of the Riesling. 4 point question in wine. Hands on buzzers. Y'all know your wines. Concord Grape and Loganberry are wines from this top kosher brand whose cellars are in Naples, Misha.
Manischewitz.
Manischewitz is correct. Triple stumper on the show. Manischewitz is correct for 4 points. Nice job. And lastly, and I think Misha, you're out for this last question, right? 5 point question. 5 points. In France, the Chardonnay grape yields this white Burgundy, whose name also starts with CHA. In France, Janet.
And I go with Chambord.
Chambord is incorrect. We'll take away 5 points from the no longer free agents. We'll pass it back over to the other side. In France, the Chardonnay grape yields this white Burgundy, whose name also starts with CHA. 10 seconds.
We're going to answer Chablis.
Chablis is correct for 5 points. Nice job. The good old Chardonnay and Chablis. I don't like Chablis. Gross. What are you going to do? We got one more category in round one. The score is 39-11. Our final category is mobilized. Mobilized. And M is in quotation marks, which indicates that every single answer is going to start with the letter M. All of our answers start with the letter M in this category. I don't know why it's called mobilized. There's no, it starts with the letter M. Okay. First question, 1 point, hands on buzzers. A mechanical device used to indicate musical tempo. Melanie.
Metronome.
A metronome is correct for 1 point. Way to go, Melanie. 2 point question in our M-mobilized category. Collective name for the various spore-producing fungi of the Basidium. Misha.
Mushrooms.
Mushrooms are correct. Thank you for not having me read the Basidiomycetes class or whatever. I can't read it. All right. Nonetheless, thanks. 2 points. for mushrooms. 3-point question in M Obliged. It can be a powerful person in entertainment or a member. Bill.
A mogul.
A mogul is correct for 3 points, or a member of a Muslim dynasty that once ruled India. Way to jump on that one quickly. 4-point question in M Obliged. Hands on buzzer. This large tube-shaped pasta is often stuffed with cheese and Janet.
Mastacholi.
Mastacholi is incorrect. Take away 4 points. Love a good mastacholi. And I will read the question and give it to the other side. This large, you got it?
You want to say go for it, but
The large tube-shaped pasta is often stuffed with cheese and baked with a tomato sauce. Is
manicotti.
Manicotti is correct for 4 points. Manicotti. I have a feeling that might trip somebody up. All right. We got a 5-point question. 5-point question in M Obliged. Get some points. Hands on buzzers. Yeah. No, we're all good. 5 points. 5-point question. M. Someone who moves from relationship to relationship is a serial one. Misha.
Monogamist.
A serial monogamist is correct for 5 points. Great category for See, Think, Destroy. They are seeing, they are thinking. And after one whole round, they are destroying as well. The score is 53-8. See, Think, Destroy are no longer free agents. But remember, there are still many, many points to be had in the second round, where point values are doubled, my patience is halved, and friends are made across the aisle. Go ahead and take a minute, just do a quick stretch. Dry off your sweaty palms of excitement from buzzing in. Get ready for round 2. I'm ready for round 2. It's going to be a good round. The first category in round 2, continuing on with our USA from the first round, this is U.S. city history in round 2. U.S. city history. All right, we're in for a U.S. city history party. Seems like there's some strategizing going on. Stop. 2-point question. Here we go. For 2 points. 2 months before the Declaration of Independence, the Rhode Island Independence Act was signed in this city. Petros / Bill.
Providence.
Providence is the correct city in Rhode Island for 2 points. Nice work. A 4-point question. 4 points in U.S. city history. Hands on buzzers. This Missouri city was not named for Scott or Janice, but for Reverend Harris G. Bill.
Joplin.
Joplin. Not Scott Joplin, not Janis Joplin, but Reverend Harris G. Joplin, an early settler there. Yeah, Bill, you're out. But we can continue with question number 3 in U.S. history worth 6 points. Hands on buzzers. It was Arizona's territorial capital from 1867 to 1877, and a university was founded there in 1885. Petros.
Tempe.
Tempe is incorrect. We'll take away 6 points from See, Think, Destroy. I'll throw it over to Janet and team. I'll read it one more time for you, though. It was Arizona's territorial capital from 1867 to 1877, and a university was founded there in 1885.
We're going to say Tucson.
And you're going to be correct. Nice job. Tucson, Arizona was the territorial capital from 67 to 87. Triple stumper on the show, but 4 great minds coming up with Tucson. Nice job for 6 points and a 12-point swing on the steal. 8-point question. 8 points in U.S. city history. Hands on buzzers. Indianapolis was laid out in a wheel pattern inspired by this other major city some 500 miles. Janet.
Washington, D.C.
Washington, D.C. is correct for 8 points. This other major city, some 500 miles away, Indianapolis, much like DC, on a wheel pattern. And our last question here in U.S. city history for 10 points. It was uninhabited when it was chosen as a territorial capital in 1836 and named for a president who died that year. Melanie.
Madison.
Madison, Wisconsin is correct for 10 points. Chosen territorial capital in 1836 and named for a president who died. That
Yes, I
president-
live there. You're
I
welcome.
was hoping with some Wisconsin influence on your team, you'd maybe get the Madison question, but nice work. Nice comeback in that category. 53 to 32, less seeing, less thinking, and less destroying from the U.S. city history category. But we got 5 more categories to go. This is getting interesting. Our next category is the scintillating 1700s. The scintillating 1700s. All the sexiest things that happened during the 18th century. Imagine there were some. All right, let's keep going with some history in the scintillating 1700s. 2-point question, hands on buzzers. The future King George II lost his marbles over Henrietta Howard and gave her Marble Hill House on this river. The future King George II lost his marbles over Henrietta Howard and gave her Marble Hill House on this river. 10 seconds. Nick.
The Thames.
The Thames is correct for 2 points. Nice job. Welcome to the game, Nick. Good to see you here. 2 points for the Thames. You know, famous England River. 2-point question. It's got to be the Thames. 4 points. 4 points in the scintillating 1700s. Hands on buzzers. As a famous one of these artistes, Marie Camargo is remembered for shortening her skirt to calf length. As one of these artistes, as a famous one of these artistes, Petros or Bill?
Dancer?
A ballet dancer is correct for 4 points. Nice job. For shortening her skirt to calf length. Ooh. That's quite the reveal in the 18th century. All right, nice work for 4 points. 6-point question, 6 points in the scintillating 1700s. In 1752, suave seducer Sergei Saltykov spiced up the life of this future empress. In 1752, suave seducer Sergei Bill.
Catherine the Great.
Catherine the Great is the correct answer for 6 points. You're out of this category. Get out of here. 8-point question. 8-point question in the scintillating 1700s. Hands on buzzers. Born into a family of actors, he was expelled from a seminary, big surprise, before finding fame as a lusty libertine. Born into a family of actors, he was expelled from a seminary, big surprise, before finding fame as a lusty libertine. 10 seconds. Time. Nobody's going to risk 8 points on a guess. Casanova, right? Scintillating 1700s. Casanova is the sexy name. And 10 points. 10 points in the scintillating 1700s. Hands on buzzers. Lavinia Fenton created the role of Polly Peachum in this John Gay opera, then ran off with the Duke of Bolton. Lavinia Fenton created the role of Polly Peachum in this John Gay opera, then ran off with the Duke of Bolton. Time. Yeah, nobody got this on the show either. It was The Beggar's Opera. The Beggar's Opera. All right. Well, that's all we got from the scintillating 1700s. Incredibly scintillating. Next category is, let me make sure I got this right. Yeah. Next category is fun with probability. Fun with probability, all of you math nerds out there. Fun with probability. See how you can do in a good, this is a very Kaplan category, right? Probability category. 2-point question, fun with probability. Hands on buzzers. High rollers get to play roulette on single zero wheels, where your chance of hitting your lucky number is 1 in this. Petros.
There we go. 1 in 37.
1 in 37 is correct. 36 numbers plus the single zero is 1 in 37. Nice job for 2 points. 4-point question. 4-point question. Fun with probability. The chance of getting heads on any given coin flip is 1 in 2. Bill.
That was a little premature, but I'm going to say 8.
8 is incorrect. We'll take away 4 points, and I will read the question in its entirety for the other team. I appreciate the guess, though. The chance of getting heads on any given coin flip is 1 in 2. So the chance of getting heads 5 times in a row is 1 in this. 10 seconds.
1 in 32.
1 in 32 is correct for 4 points. Nice job on the steal. Sometimes buzzing in too quickly does not end up being as helpful. 63 to 36. We've got 3 more questions in fun with probability. Next one is worth 6 points. 6 points in fun with probability. Hands on buzzers. NASA's Space Guard survey watches for the extremely small probability of these 2 objects coming to smash Earth. NASA's Space Guard survey. Bailey.
I'm gonna go with asteroids and comets.
The right pair. Asteroids and comets is correct for 6 points. Meteors, not correct. Asteroids and comets are correct for 6 points. Nice job. 8-point question. 8-point question in fun with probability. Totally threw you off with a non-math question on that one, didn't I? 8-point question. Offspring of heterozygous parents have a 50-50 chance of getting a dominant versus this type of allele. Melanie.
Recessive.
Recessive is correct. That was a who could hit the buzzer first. 8 points on that one. Nice job. And we've got a 10-point question. 10 points. Big point question in fun with probability. Hands on buzzers. The probability of the first card dealt being an ace is 4 in 52. Misha.
This was also preemptive. Let's say
I need an answer.
yeah. Hold on. So 13.
13 is incorrect. We will take away 10 points from Seasoning Destroy. Make sure to go back on.
So sorry.
And we will give it to the other side with the full question. The question is, the probability of the first card dealt being an ace is 4 in 52. So the probability of the next card being an ace is 1 in this number. 1 in this number. I'll read it. The probability of the first card being dealt an ace is 4 in 52. So the probability of the second card being an ace is 1 in this number.
1 and 17.
1 and 17 is correct for 10 points. A big category for no longer free agents. Some buzzing errors. Score is now 60-53. No longer free agents now taking the lead against See Think Destroy. Nice job with your math and getting a little lucky on the buzzer in that round. We've got three more categories yet to go. Keep track of all of them. Okay. And our next category is It's a Gas. It's a Gas. Questions about gases. All right. 2-point question coming up in It's a Gas. Close game. DuPont owns the trademark to this refrigerant gas. Introduced in the 1930s. Nick.
Freon?
Freon is correct for 2 points. Right on Freon. Nice job for 2 points. 4-point question in It's a Gas. And we're going to have to take a step away because it is a surprise substitution. Surprise substitution. The dancing taco indicates we have a surprise substitution in our match. I can't do the song. Your surprise substitution is for this question and this question only and is for 4 points. And your category is Theatrical Angels. Theatrical Angels. All right. Well, we'll give 4 points to the team that can answer this question. Hands on buzzer. A transvestite street drummer named Angel is one of the young bohemians in this long Bailey.
Rent.
Rent is correct in this long-running musical, Angel. It is 4 points. Nice job. 64-55. All right. That was our surprise substitution. We're going back to our It's a Gas category, back to gases. And we've got a 6-point question. 6-point question about gases. Hands on buzzers. The name of this gas comes from the Greek for strange. The name of this gas comes from the Greek for strange. 10 seconds. Bill.
Xenon.
Xenon is correct for 6 points. Xenophobia, fear of strangers or foreigners. Xenon is the correct gas. Nice job for 6 points. 8-point question, and It's a Gas. 8 points. To make a simple fire extinguisher, just put some vinegar in baking soda, and the chemical reaction produces this gas, which will put out a flame. Petros.
CO2, carbon dioxide.
Carbon dioxide is correct. Nice work. Good thing you know your sciences. 10-point question. 10-point question in It's a Gas. Hands on buzzers. Around 1910, for chemical company BASF, Carl Bosch learned to make quantities of this gas from nitrogen and hydrogen. Around 1910, for chemical company BASF, Carl Bosch learned to make quantities. Bill.
Ammonia?
Ammonia is correct for 10 points from nitrogen and hydrogen. Great category. The worm turns. I think that's the phrase. It is now 79-64. See Think Destroy pulling back into the lead with still 2 categories left to go. Our next category, we're moving into the wild world of, everybody's nervous, literature. And in this case, it's title possessions. So you'll see how this all breaks out, but I will give you part of all of these titles. You have to complete the title. They will all be blank of blanks, title possessions. It's about the best I can explain it. We'll see. Title possession. You have to fill in the blank. All right, close game. 2-point question. Blank of Nat Turner. Blank of Nat Turner. 10 seconds. Time. Good thing you didn't say rebellion. The Confessions of Nat Turner. The Confessions of Nat Turner. 4-point question. 4-point question in title possessions. Hands on buzzers. Blank of Henry Adams. Blank of Henry Adams. Time. Tough category. Not a, The Education of Henry Adams. The Education of Henry Adams. All right, it was a triple stumper on the show. I can't fault you too much. 6-point question. 6-point question. Blank of Duddy Kravitz. Blank of Duddy Kravitz. 10 seconds. Time. The Apprenticeship of Duddy Kravitz. The Apprenticeship of Duddy Kravitz. I'll tell you what, this is like one of the like maybe the third or fourth match where we've had a literature category and everybody's just like glazed over. I think we need to read more, Kaplan. That's what's going on here. All right, we've got an 8-point question. 8-point question in title possessions. 8-point question. Hands on buzzers. Blank of Edwin Drood. Blank. Peter.
The Mystery.
The Mystery of Edwin Drood is correct. I would give you bonus points if I could, but I can't. But nice job. The Mystery of Edwin Drood is correct for 8 points. And our last question, a big 10-point question in title possessions. Blank of Young Werther. Blank of Young Werther. 10 seconds. Time. All right, getting a little obscure. Triple stumper on the show. The Sorrows of Young Werther. The Sorrows of Young Werther. All right, well, that category's over, but that does mean that we have a really close game at 79-72. There's no tie possible, 79-72, and we only have one category left in play. You ready for it? All right. Our last category is called The H With You. Just trying to swear at people. The H With You. What this is going to be is each response will begin with those 2 letters of the alphabet. H with you. H. Okay. So really, anybody's category. Who will buzz in first? Who will win in the Kaplan Thunder? Who will be packing up their knives and going? All right, we got 5 questions. 2-point question. Hands on buzzers. Launched into orbit in 1990. Melanie.
Hubble Space Telescope.
The Hubble Space Telescope is correct for 2 points. Quick buzzering. Great job. Hubble Space Telescope is correct. It starts with an HU. 4-point question. 4 points. Hands on buzzers. It's a Greek word for excessive pride or self-confidence. Bill.
I am confident that I know the answer is hubris.
I get it, because you're using hubris, and it's here. Hubris is correct for 4 points. Way to make it meta. 6-point question. 6 points and the H with you. Hands on buzzers. The science of raising crops or food animals. Nick.
Husbandry.
Husbandry is correct for 6 points. Matrimonially speaking, the science of raising crops or food animals is husbandry. Nice job for 6 points. 8-point question. Just getting more tense here. 8 points. Hands on buzzers. The 1598 Edict of Nantes gave this group freedom of worship in many parts. Bill.
Who are the Huguenots?
The Huguenots are the correct HU for 8 points. And you're out of this one. We've got our last question for 10 points. Last question for 10 points. The H with you. Hands on buzzers. A Hungarian light cavalry force formed during the 15th century. A Hungarian light cavalry force formed during the 15th century. Time had a feeling See Think Destroy wasn't going to jump in on that one. The answer was the Hussars. The Hussars. Hussars. The Hussars. Very, very good game. Lots of swings back and forth. Very exciting game. Nice job, both teams. See Think Destroy 97, No Longer Free Agent 74. Thanks for staying after a little bit because we started later. No Longer Free Agents, great job. Sorry that you won't get a chance to come back, but always come join us as part of the viewing circle for future games.
Thanks, everybody.